Hello, Jamar Shad here, Frederick's best interviewer. Today I'm with Kate Cusato. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
So Kate has been in business for 6 years. She has 4 businesses, but her main business is the office at Bentz.
Offices at Bentz.
Offices, excuse me. She grew up in Frederick. She's been married for 3 years. She has 1 kid, 2 dogs, 1 cat, 1 fish, and 1 snail. So, Valada's interview series, episode 118. Why do I do what I do? Number 1, because there's successful people who deserve to have their story told. Number 2, there's people out there who need to hear successful stories so they can be inspired. And number 3, to let you know you could go out there without a bunch of fancy equipment and impact your community. So just like always, each interview is right around that 10-minute mark, raw and uncut. Kate, let's do this.
Let's do it.
So, who are you and what do you do?
All right, my name is Kate Cusato. I am an owner at Minuteman Press. We do commercial printing. That was what kind of started it all. At a certain point, Minuteman Press needed to move. We were getting bigger. We needed more space. So we looked around and we found an office building that needed some love and an owner. So we bought that. We moved Minuteman Press in, and in taking over the office building, we created the offices at Bentz, which has offices for lease. It has a co-work space, a patio, all those things. So so we have that. And then I also own a property management company that is just getting started, and I have a real estate license, so I dabble in that on the side.
All right, sounds good. So as far as this building goes, what type of, you said you have a patio? Mm-hmm. What happens at the patio?
Yeah, we have an awesome patio. I just put a pavilion up there and a bunch of tables and chairs and stuff. And that's going to be used for, I'm going to host happy hours there. I have a coffee and contacts coming up on July 5th. It's not quite confirmed, but I was emailing just this morning. So coffee and contacts will be up there. And then anybody who is in the co-work space or who are in the units here, they have access to it, of course. And the whole idea for this building is really just to create like a collaborative space where, people can come. We have all kinds of businesses in here. There's a chiropractor, there's a church, there's a magazine, we have a social media graphic design guy. We wanted to create a building where people can come and collaborate and have a friendly place to go. And the patio is kind of part of that. It's like a social meeting space.
Okay, cool. And then what was the proudest moment of 2023 for you?
The proudest moment of 2023 was getting this property management company up and running. Minuteman, I have an amazing team at Minuteman, and that allowed me the freedom to get the building up and running, and then get the property management kind of started. So it's all kind of happening kind of at the same time between the building and the property management. But so those are just huge wins for me.
All right. So we're going to have you keep your answers a little bit shorter.
Oh, okay. Right. Sorry. I talk a lot.
And talk a little bit slower as well.
I talk fast too. All right, that's cool. I can take it.
What was your lowest moment of 2023 and how did you overcome it?
My lowest moment, 2023 was a rough year. My mother-in-law was terminally ill, and it was a very long process, and it was sad to watch, and it was difficult. So that, as quickly as possible, was really, really tough. From that, we banded together as a family. We did all we could to support, and kind of came out of it seizing the day and really appreciating what we have.
Okay, very cool. And then where do you want the business to be a year from now?
I want the offices to be full. I want it to be full of collaboration. I met with a local artist today. I'm hoping that she'll do some things around the building and make it even more lively, and property management up and running, and looking at the future to buy some investment properties. Really.
Right, sounds good. And then do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully?
My mornings run about as fast as my talking does. So I tend to run around. One thing that I need to do every morning is I meditate. I put at least 10 minutes aside because I'm all over the place and doing so many things. It's like I take that 10 minutes, and if I have it, I come out of it, and I can kind of make a mental routine for the day a little bit clearer.
All right. And then what book are you currently reading or audio are you listening to?
I love historical fiction, so I just finished the Alice Network, which was great.
The who?
The Alice Network.
What's that?
It's just a book about like women spies. It's fictional, women spies in World War. It goes kind of between the two world wars and whatever. Anyway, but it was really good.
Okay.
They're in modern day, and there's a bunch of stuff that happens. But yeah.
Okay. Do you have a go-to app either for like productivity or entertainment or something like that?
I do. So
Okay.
I somewhat recently discovered this app that my brother taught me about. It's called the Rewatchables, and basically it goes back and talks about movies. So it's all about famous movies, everything from Basic Instinct to Forrest Gump to whatever, and it just talks about all the things that went into that movie and various assessments of things that were done. And so it's cool. It kind of inspires me to dream big.
That's your go-to app?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the car a lot, so as I'm moving meetings and driving around, so yeah, so
Okay.
I listen to it a lot.
What advice would you give to your 25-year-old self? I know that was only 5 years ago, but what would you tell yourself?
5 years, that's generous. I would tell myself to invest in real estate.
Okay.
And I would tell myself to create your own opportunities. For a long time, I just was like, oh, you get a job and you do, what you're supposed to do with this job, and that's
Yeah.
important. And you have to do that when you're younger, but to learn some things. But I didn't believe in myself going out and doing things until I was older.
Okay, cool. And then what are you most thankful for other than family?
Other than family,
Other than family.
I am hugely thankful for the Frederick community. I love it. I love networking in it. I have made lifelong friends in it. Frederick is a unique city in so many ways, and I am just so thankful that this is where my life has taken place.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And then anything exciting for 2024 coming up?
Yes, we have happy hours that we'll be hosting here, stuff like that I already mentioned, coffee and contacts, building business, maybe looking to start another business. Like I really am just always looking for opportunities. Nothing is out of the realm of possibility.
All right, cool. And then you have a couple employees,
Mm-hmm.
right? 5, I
Mhm.
believe. How do you create team culture so everybody's getting along?
I am incredibly lucky. I have colleagues and Minuteman is a franchise, and so I talk to other Minuteman owners and sometimes they have struggles with like staff and whatnot, and all businesses have something, but my team, they really get along. We really kind of, because the Minuteman stuff it goes from a designer, the customer service person takes it in, to the designer, to the bindery person. So all these steps are happening. So we all rely on each other to get one part done so it goes to the next part and is done well, so that the end product is the excellent relationship that we build with our clients. Why are you laughing at me?
No.
I don't have short answers. I don't have short answers for anything.
Any dream travel destinations like the Bahamas or Fiji or West Virginia, right?
There are lots of places I would love to go.
Sure.
I'm a big dork, and my favorite movie is The Sound of Music. So I'd love to go to Salzburg.
Where?
Salzburg, Austria. Yes. And
Okay.
but all of Europe, basically. I'd love to go and see. Everywhere in Italy and Spain and France and Germany. I'm a World War II buff, so I'd love to go do all that kind of traveling around.
And then you're cracking me up. I forget what I was going to ask. Oh, who is the mentor that you spoke to most recently?
The kind of the most obvious answer is my parents. They, when they were young, they, didn't have much, and they had my brother and I, and they just had to get things done, and so they professionally worked so hard and created quite the careers for themselves, and so I talk to them every day.
Okay.
I work with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're always kind of checking in with each other, and they both have different views that can kind of guide me in the best way. I can kind of take a little bit from each side, and
So they're here in Frederick.
yes.
They're next.
There you go.
And then last question is, where's the place you went to most recently that involved a passport?
Oh God, it's not been recent. I went to England several years ago, for my 30th birthday. So I'm almost 40, so it's been 10 years. So yeah, I went to England. It was fantastic, and I have my passport ready. We're going places this summer. So.
Okay. Oh, do you have any places booked right now?
No, we're going to Italy first. So
Okay.
Italy's happening, and we don't have anything booked, but we're gonna hit some villages and stuff like that.
When are we going to Italy?
Well, let's go. Well, send me your calendar.
Okay, so so that is it for today. Kate, I do appreciate you. Go out there, show some valor. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Bye.
See ya.
We're done.
That was so fast.
You're killing me.
I'm
man.
all over the place, man. You didn't know what you were walking into today.
I had no idea.